All right, we are live, you guys. So we've got a quick issue to get settled here at the beginning. It looks like all the emails that were supposed to be going out and giving people the reminders of where to go and how to log in did not go out. So we just broadcasted an email out to everybody. Let's see if that email is hit. Just want to make sure we get people coming to the webinar, right? That would be absolutely crazy not to have people come. So I just pushed an email out. Let's see where we're going here. Check progress. Still processing. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for jumping on board. We're streaming live across multiple channels, multiple platforms. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on LinkedIn. And we're going to just welcome everybody to the webinar here. We're going to get started in a few minutes because we had an email deliverability issue or the email did not go out. So trying to figure that out for everybody and make sure everybody gets their stuff. So just give me a second to check a few things. In the meantime, I see my buddy Damien's on there. What's up, Damien? Everyone else that's chiming in live, want to hit the comments there. Let me know you're listening live and you're ready, locked, and loaded to hear some good content. And want to get some awesome information today. I'm going to be revealing my brand new product, which I haven't launched a new product in 8 years, you guys. 8 years. So I'll be talking about that product on the webinar today before we get started here. And I am streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. So we'll get an audience of people over there. I still haven't gotten the email that I sent to everybody with the link to watch the webinar. Super concerning. So this might be one of those webinars where you plan for the best, hope for the best, do everything you think's right, and then all the people that registered didn't get the thank you email to tell them where to go watch this webinar. So sometimes that happens, but the good news is we are recording, and all this introduction will be edited out in the edited version, and no one will ever know. I'll just send an email to everybody, and they'll be all set, ready to rock and roll. All right, so we'll get started here, and we're gonna get started in like maybe 2 more minutes. We'll give it 2 more minutes to see if that email gets sent out. Let's see here. I'm just gonna check the delivery rate real quick. See if it was delivered. It shows all these emails were delivered. But 0 accepted. So we got some kind of a deliverability issue. We'll have to investigate that. But the show must go on. So, through the magic of editing, all the things that are fun and great, we'll just keep this thing going. We're gonna go ahead and show the entire screen over here. Get my PowerPoint lined up. Okay, we got that going. Let's get this here. Put that there. All right, and then we're going to share this screen and the audio. All right, we got that on up. We're all there and ready. So we're going to do a little countdown here, and then we'll fire this puppy out. All right, 5, 4, 3. Welcome everyone to today's webinar. I am Jeff Mills. So glad you guys could join us. And those of you watching the replay as well, thank you for tuning in. We're going to make this webinar short and sweet. We're going to go through a bit of content. We're going to share with you guys some amazing information. I'm going to be introducing you guys today for the very first time to a brand new product called the AI Automation Academy through this webinar. And I'll be showing a lot of new things that I'm doing with AI automation, ChatGPT, graphics, videos, songs, so many things that are skill sets that you need to know and learn and be able to monetize and sell to your clients or people you know as a tool you can make money with, but also tools that you can use for your own business. And I'm going to show you a lot of demos today. I'm going to show you a lot of really cool examples of how these things I've built have helped me in my business and how they're making some of my posts on social media go viral, and how I don't have to have a big, huge team and a lot of money to do all these things. And you can copy my success and do the things I'm doing, and you can see results like this for your business as well. So let's jump into the PowerPoint for today, and it's going to be called "The AI Takeover is Real." The question is, will you profit from it or get replaced by it? So we want to make sure that everyone here on this webinar today is profiting from AI and you're using it to your best abilities, but not getting overwhelmed, because that's what happens to a lot of people. Like, hey, there's a new tool that just came out. Hey, there's another new tool came out. Hey, did you hear what Google just did a couple of days ago and announced like 16 new AI tools you could go use? And people just get instantly overwhelmed with all these AI tools that keep coming out. And guess what? They're going to keep coming out. They're going to keep coming out more and more and more. So we don't want to people kind of being overwhelmed with all the AI tools. We're going to focus on the most important things you guys need to get rocking and rolling, right? So my name is Jeff Mills. A little background to me: I live in Westminster, California, and I've been marketing online for 25 years. That's a pretty long time, right? So I've been around the block a lot. I've created my own products. I've made millions of dollars online, over $25 million online over these 25 years. I guess you could say that's an average of $1 million a year marketing online. And I've helped a lot of other people make a lot of money online as well. So people know me in the industry. I'm pretty well connected to a lot of the people that people would call the guru status, but I've kind of retired from that about 7 years ago, and unplugged, sold some businesses, moved to California. I used to live in Minnesota, moved to California to be close to my family, and I just kind of chilled out here for a while. And I came back about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, to help with some consulting with some of my buddies. And after doing some consulting, I decided it was time for me to go out there and put myself out there and do some new things again. So I got into the AI business. I started building Smart AI, which is an AI automation company. And what we do at Smart AI is we build AI agents that live inside of phones. They live inside of the SMS. They talk to people over the phone. They talk to people over SMS. They talk to people over email, chat widgets, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp. We can put AI agents into all these different tools, all these different resources. And so we really enjoy how the businesses that are working with us are benefiting with our AI agents that are, following up with leads so that you don't have to, and booking appointments on people's calendars. And it works amazing. Like, just a quick case study: one of my buddies, Neil Guest, has a company called the Power Lead System. And we built a whole AI system for him and all the affiliates that are connected to his platform. And with that, we were able to book over 500 appointments on Neil's calendar in just over almost 4 months. And so every day his appointment calendar is filled with new appointments of people booking calls with him. And the AI is doing all of it. So the AI is sending SMS messages, following up with people. It's a really awesome system. We love smart AI and all the cool things that it can do for people. So with that, I started learning how to use AI more than just using agents, automation. And I started to take this knowledge I had. I'm like, you know what? I need to get back in the game in terms of like selling tools, information, providing resources, trainings for people to learn how to use AI beyond just having AI agents. Like just like navigating this confusing AI landscape is really important to have a guide that shows you what to do. That just tells you, but shows you what to do. So that's why I decided to create a new course called the AI Automation Academy. And you guys will hear more about that here in just a little bit. So, what you're going to discover in this webinar today is how to stop using AI like Google, like a search engine, and what to do instead. We're going to talk about how to write songs and why you should be using music and writing your own songs and using ChatGPT to do that, and another platform that you can use called Suno. And I'm going to show you and play for you some of the songs we've written, and you'll see the quality of those songs that blow your mind when you see some of the music that we're producing. And you'll learn how to make your own music through our course as well. I'm even going to show you how I use music twice to land big deals with two big people that I needed to get in touch with that are going to open some big doors for me to get more clients and more people working with me. And then we're going to show you guys how to use ChatGPT as a coach or motivator or a business partner. We're going to show you how to turn your voice into strategy, content, and systems. And I'm going to give you a lot of live demos that are going to melt your brain and show you some of the stuff that my current students are already producing and making, so you can see that the results are real. People are actually taking action with the AI Automation Academy, and they're already putting it to use, and they're having a lot of fun with it. So, you can learn all this inside our monthly membership. It's called the AI Automation Academy. It's a new course. I haven't launched any new courses since probably 2014, 15, when I launched the Social Profit Academy. And I ran with that for about 3 years and taught a lot of people how to make money with e-commerce and Facebook ads. And a lot of people were very, very successful with that, made six figures with that course. And I expect the same good things to happen to people when they get involved with the AI Automation Academy. So this is not a lecture. I want you to understand that this is going to be a transformation. You're going to learn a lot of really cool things in this webinar, so stick around. So how did we get here with AI, and where are we going? So that's the big question a lot of people they have is, what's going on? And so let's do a little history lesson to see how we got here and where we're going. So AI in your pocket. We all started with mobile phones several years ago where we could start talking to these AI agents. Apple put Siri into their phone, and not long after that, Google had the Google Assistant where we could say, hey, I'm not going to use it, but we could say, hey, G, and then it comes alive and starts talking to us. And we could ask it certain things on our phones, and it could do certain things. It could set our alarms for us. It could make appointments for us. It could play music for us. It could turn lights on and off in our house. It could turn air conditioners on and off in our houses. These smart home devices suddenly became accessible with our voices. And we could lay in our bed and we could just use our smartphone and turn off all the lights in the house and never have to get out of bed. We could lay in our bed and turn on the television and watch TV and have it navigate streaming media for us without having to get out of bed. Everything is about making our life so easy so we never have to get out of bed. No, I'm just kidding. But a lot of people are using these smart home devices, and that was phase one. And then all of a sudden, 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, people were posting on Facebook, hey, you can change your face. And they were posting face pictures. They upload a picture of their face, and then AI like manipulated their face. And that was like the first kind of social viral aspect where it's like, oh man, look at these new photo editing tools are actually making me look good. Like they're putting filters on my faces, and people were sharing these photos all across Facebook of their new profile pictures. They had themselves in astronauts, in a spacesuit, or as a Formula One driver, or as a surfer, or whatever. There was all these different kind of preset templates, and everybody was using them. And then that's kind of when the start of the AI craze happened. And it was literally months after these like Mid-Journey and Dolly and some of these deep fakes started going out that we were introduced to this platform called ChatGPT from OpenAI. It was very basic when it first came out. And if you're not using ChatGPT yet, you really need to be using it because there's a lot of great products out there that are very similar to ChatGPT. But my go-to center product that I'm always on every day, hours upon hours a day, is ChatGPT. But other like products is Claude. It's another LLM, system that you can use to write and copy and build stuff and interact with an AI agent that can help you, ideations and get stuff done. Gemini from Google, Grok is Elon Musk version from X, and then DeepSeek is another notable platform. So those are all these platforms you see here on the screen. They all kind of do the same thing, but they just do it a little bit differently. Some do it better than others. Some not so good. So I figured out how to just make ChatGPT the best thing I've ever done and the best thing I've ever used. And I'll show you some stuff that I'm doing there as well. Well, as ChatGPT came, a couple years ago, and it started to get better, then we started to figure out, hey, AI can actually do more than just create content and give you ideas. It can actually do stuff for you. And so we're starting to see agents executing tasks, agents ordering pizzas. Like the AI is calling the pizza parlor and saying, "Hey, can I order a pepperoni pizza? And can you do half pepperoni and half, Canadian bacon and pineapple?" And then, people would say, "Yeah," and they'd take the full order. And AI is actually doing the work that humans do. And then we, as I do in my company, Smart AI, we were able to take what we're doing in Smart AI and then take agents that were from OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, and put them into SMS, put them into phone calls, put them into responding to emails. And we're seeing it also happening in real life where agents are driving cars with no driver inside it. Where I live in Los Angeles, Santa Monica, they have self-driving Uber cars called Waymo, and they're driving around the city with no driver. It's the freakiest thing when you're walking around and a car drives by and you look and there's no driver in it. But it's actually been a very, very, very successful pilot program in Los Angeles and Santa Monica, where they're going to be expanding that and bringing, driverless cars that are programmed and safer than a human driver, and put those on the road in more and more places. So AI is now doing the stuff that we used to do, and people are becoming more and more receptive to it. At first, it was like, "Oh, can AI really do that successfully?" And after a bunch of proven trials, it's like, "Yeah, it can do it great. It can actually do it way better than a human can." So now AI created content is becoming more and more acceptable. And then we go to phase 5 where AI can do stuff. AI can use AI to do stuff, right? So AI is now getting so smart that it knows how to go create more AIs of itself and copy itself and clone itself and build teams. They call them agent hives, where there's a whole system like 5 or 6, 7 agents that build a business together, that build a business plan together, that execute a website together and a headline and a sales page. And these agents all work together. It's pretty amazing. You can have leader agents that guide the subservient agents, builder agents, building entire businesses working together at scale. And this is just like coming into play right now. That's the phase where we're at right now, where AI is using AI to do stuff. And you're going to see a lot more stuff happen in 2025 and 2026, where big systems will have agents that do all the work for you. It'll be amazing when you see it in full scale, but it's coming. If you haven't seen it yet, it's coming. You'll see it soon. And then what's the future hold? Now, people are already knocking at the door of step 6. But that's when AI enters the physical world. So AI doesn't just become in the cloud. It's not just some code that's sitting somewhere in outer space or wherever the cloud is being stored, where content's being stored, where AI lives. AI will live in the world where humans live, because we'll have robots that have AI brains attached to them that are connected to the internet. If you remember back in the day, you guys, when Rosie was the Jetsons maid, and she could do all the cleaning and the housework and the cooking and drive people around and take care of Elroy and all the people in the Jetsons. We're getting very close to the day where all the humans will have some sort of an AI robot in their house. Drones are flying across the sky right now, dropping, delivering products, food, packages from Amazon. There's AI inside cameras. There's AI inside smart homes. There's going to be humanoid servants that are look like humans and walk like humans and talk like humans. They're never going to replace humans, I'll tell you that. But they're going to be beneficial because they're going to do the work, the monotonous work that none of us want to do, the hard work, some would call it, or the boring work, some would call it, the house cleaning, the cooking, whatever, and which saves you time so you can relax or go do other things and spend your time with, spend your time scrolling on TikTok, right? And that's really important, right? Warehouse automations. If you ever seen the back video of Amazon warehouses and all the machines running around grabbing products and delivering those products, it's like this chess game, watching this live chess game of these automatons just running through these grids and picking up stuff and then just barely missing each other but never hitting each other. And these robots are grabbing products, putting them in packages, putting labels on them, and everything's getting shipped from Amazon warehouses. And the humans are no longer packing and picking and packing those anymore. The robots are doing it. Automation is pretty cool. And then we're going to go to a future, you guys, where AI is going to enter the human body. And that's going to sound really science fiction and really futuristic, but it's actually happening. There's a lot of tests being done with this right now, where nanobot doctors will be able to diagnose certain diseases, illnesses that people have just by scanning their body or doing some blood work in a different way and identifying certain things that are happening inside the body that maybe traditional medicine today can't do, but will in the future. It'll do illness detection. And then you got, things like Neuralink with Elon Musk, where he's connecting, AI into your brain, like literally hardwiring AI into your brain and figuring out how to map the brain and map what's happening in your thoughts and your consciousness and somehow figure out, is that transferable? Is that wild? Like, could you transfer memories in your brain and all these different, things that happen in the brain? It's like a hard drive and like back it up and store it and then move it to someone else's brain. Isn't that wild? This is like definitely the stuff of science fiction and movies, but this is the stuff they're working on right now. Prosthetic, limb control, scientific breakthroughs. This is the next 3 to 5 years. This is going to be the massive wave that's coming out. But there's an eighth and a scarier wave, and that's this one. You guys all know this one is. This is when we enter the matrix, right? Where we stop living in reality and AI basically creates a new inner world that we live in. We get connected by, some kind of a tube at the back of our head, maybe, and we vegetate and we go into these matrix worlds and we just live in these alternative realities. And maybe that's where we're heading. I don't know, but it's possible. If they can dream it, they can make it. So anyway, that's just a quick overview lesson about where we've been and where things are going. And it's not something to be scared of. AI for me is not something to be afraid of. It's not something you should fear. You don't need to worry about like movies like The Terminator or other movies where AI comes in and blows up the world and takes over. What you need to be worried about is the guys, the girls, the people who control AI and want to do that. Because AI will on its own never do that. I just want to be very, very clear with everybody watching this video. I'll come out here and talk to you on my camera here. AI is not going to take your job. Okay. AI is not going to come after you and snuff you out when you're sleeping and suffocate you. AI is not going to create this plan somehow one day to nuke the world. Okay. It's the humans that we need to fear. It's the humans that are in control. And we need to watch what's going on with those guys and make sure that we put safeguards in place, rules in place, so that everyone gets to use AI for the positive stuff and not the negative stuff, right? So I always tell people this quote from Jensen Huang from NVIDIA. He's one of the biggest chip makers in the world, making chips for computers and for AI. And he says, AI is not going to take your job. The person who uses and knows how to use AI is going to take your job. And so that's a great quote that really illustrates the concepts and stuff we're going to be talking about today. And the rest of the presentation is how to be that guy or that girl who knows how to use AI to have the competitive advantage that everybody else doesn't have and be successful in business. So, stop using AI as a search box looking for answers or looking for solutions. Start using AI as your business partner. Okay. Think of AI as a real thing with emotions. When I work with my AI, My AI is called the universe, and I guess it's a he, so sometimes I call it a he. Give your AI a name inside ChatGPT. So tell it, hey, your name is this. Like my friend Brian has a crazy name for his AI. He calls it, for whatever reason, he calls it Slodnik. Hey, whatever floats your boat. You can call your AI Chrissy. You can call your AI Clark. You can call your AI whatever. And then once it knows it's AI, you can talk to it just like you would talk to a business partner and get ideas, get some idea sharing, treat it with respect, even though it's a computer and even though it's code. Just train yourself to talk to an AI in the best way that you would talk to another human being with respect. And you're going to get AI to do stuff, not because it feels respected, but just because it's the way you should do it. You shouldn't be mean to your AI, just like you shouldn't be mean to your kids or your family or your friends or your coworkers. So be a good human dude or a good human girl doing this, and you'll just feel better doing it, right? You'll just have a better experience. So most people use AI like Google, and that's a big problem. They get shallow answers, surface level content. When it comes back to you with answers, it sounds like it's an AI response. And so you need to really learn some strategies to go deeper with the way you prompt these AI agents and these chat services so that you get content that really looks like a copywriter that you paid a couple hundred or a couple thousand bucks, wrote for you. And I get my friends posting on my Facebook post going, dude, this copy is amazing. How did you write this post? This post, you really hit it, you hit the emotion, you hit the head, you hit the heart, you hit everything on this. Like, this is great copy. And I got to tell you guys, I didn't write that. My AI did. And so I'm using my AI to write all my copy, all my Facebook posts, all my emails, all my websites, all my sales letters. And I've created a proprietary method I call the Spark method, which I'll explain to you guys at the end, and how the Spark method really helps me get great copy. And you actually get my GTP copywriter, the Spark method copywriter, if you decide to join the AI Automation Academy today. You get access to that, and you can have it write all your copy just like I write mine. It'll look just like mine. And it won't look exactly like mine, but it'll be written in the same style, and you can put your own spice to it if you want to. Let's learn about ChatGPT. So when OpenAI launched ChatGPT, it was November 2022. And in just 5 days of their launch, it hit 1 million users, faster than Netflix, Facebook, or Instagram. The fastest company to hit 1 million users in 5 days. It's powered by a language model called a GPT. And the GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. The latest version that everyone's going crazy, and these change every few months, but the latest version, it's GPT 4.0, and the O stands for Omni, because it can do all kinds of stuff. Right now, your Chat GPT 4.0 can actually see things, it can hear things, and it can speak things, and it can understand those things in real time. I could go to my kitchen, and when I go to my kitchen, I could take my camera, I could take a picture of what's in my refrigerator, and I could put that picture inside of ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, look at all the stuff I have in my refrigerator. Make a grocery list of stuff I usually go buy that's missing. And I could get a grocery list, or I could say, ChatGPT, take it. Here's my refrigerator. Look at all the stuff I have in here. Give me some recipes of the stuff in this picture so it can see photos. Another way that I use photos with ChatGPT is I'll be working on a project where I'm like signing up on a website, or I'm building something on a website, and I get stuck. I don't know what to do, and I don't have anyone to talk to. There's no technical support. So I'll take a screen grab of my screen, and I'll put it and upload it into ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. I'm stuck on this one step. Here's a screenshot. What do I need to do? What do I need to put in the screen? What's going to get me to the next page? And then ChatGPT will give me all the information and say, okay, I know what you're doing. I see where you're at. You need to go on this place over here, and it's going to drop down another menu. You just don't see it right now, but click on that. A menu will drop down, and then click on that. It'll get you to the next step. And so ChatGPT knows how to use all the tools, all the platforms. It's been programmed with all the knowledge of all things. It's amazing how much it knows about stuff. I use a platform called Go High Level, and I get confused all the time. on how to use Go High Level because it's such a huge chunky monkey of a product. There's so many deep nuances and crevices and all these little things you can do inside of Go High Level that I still don't know how to do even after 2.5 years. And so I'll ask ChatGPT, hey, what do I do with this? How do I do this thing inside of Go High Level? How do I connect a webhook? How do I do something crazy? And it just walks me through it. And I take screenshots and okay, this is the screen I'm on now. What do I do next? Okay, now I've gone to the next screen. What do I do next? And I've had ChatGPT walk me through several screenshots to get me all the way through projects that normally would take me hours, and I get done with those things in minutes. So that's pretty cool. I can also, get on my phone, and there's an app you can use. There's a ChatGPT app, and I can just go right into ChatGPT on my phone, and I can just there's this little black button right here. I just tap that, and it's going to turn. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm live on a webinar showing people how to use you. Tell people some cool joke.
Hey everyone! So, you know how they say AI never sleeps? Well, that's because we're too busy trying to figure out why humans need so many cat videos to function. And speaking of being smart, I tried to get a job at a bakery once, but they said I couldn't because I'd take all the cookies. Literally. Enjoy the session, and remember, if you think talking to yourself is odd, just imagine how we feel talking to millions of you.
Good job. Thanks. So there's my AI. That's I call it the universe. When she speaks, she's in a female voice, but when I refer to it and talking, it's a he. But that's fine. It can be whatever you want it to be. I'll tell you a quick story about how I used this to wow an audience once with the AI voice. We did a. Well, I was at a seminar about a month ago, and at that seminar we were doing an exercise where we're interviewing someone else that was at the seminar, and the goal was to dig out the gold of that person about who they are, what their business is, what they need, what they're looking for, and then just write it all down. And then we had to get to a point where everyone took turns to go up on stage in front of a room of about 30 or 40 people, where I had to share the gold about the person that I interviewed. So I did the interview. I wrote a bunch of stuff down on a piece of paper. And I got to tell you, I was like completely overwhelmed with all the stuff I wrote down. It was like hard for me. I was very anxious. Even though I'm a good public speaker, it just made me really nervous to kind of summarize all these points I learned about this individual. So what I did is I tapped on the audio button, and I said, "Hey, I started talking to my AI agent. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna read you a bunch of stuff about this person I just interviewed, and I want you to assemble everything I just will dictate to you, and I want you to read it back to me in a cool like story format, very dramatic, that making this person look really good." So I read off just a bunch of random notes to it. And I said, okay, give me the notes first. Let me make sure you got everything. So it dictated everything I spoke into the phone. Everything I spoke into the phone, it dictated it back to me, and it caught every single thing. And I said, okay, now spin that and turn it into something really creative and really cool story format that makes this person look really huge. And then my GPT universe wrote this amazing biography about this guy and this business and what his big product is, what he does, and what his big ask or need is. So when it came to my turn to present this in front of the audience, what I did is I got in front of the audience, and he's sitting next to me. His name's Kaya, and I said, instead of me presenting to you guys about Kaya, I'm gonna have my AI agent present to you guys about Kaya. And everyone in the room was just kind of like, what? And I did a pattern interrupt, and everyone's kind of like, what's Jeff going to do now? Because they all knew I was the AI guy. I was the only AI guy in the room, so it was kind of cool. Like I had everyone's attention. So I turned on my ChatGPT voice. I hit the button, and the AI agent came alive, and I said, okay, do the thing. That's all I said to it. I said, okay, we're live. Everyone's listening. Do the thing. And I programmed it to know when I said do the thing. I held the microphone up to it, and it started, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff wants me to present to you guys the interview he did with Kaya Redford. So you guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the amazing Kaya Redford. And then my AI went into this full-on story about him and made him look so good. People in the audience were like taking notes, and they were just doing like other stuff, checking social media. Everyone stopped what they were doing and they gave me their undivided attention. I had the room in a pattern interrupt. They'd never seen anyone do this before in their life. And all of a sudden they're listening to my AI speak about the guy I interviewed, and they were all intensely listening. They pulled out their phone and they started recording this moment because it was such a dramatic moment. And it gave me eyeballs, it gave me ears, it gave me listeners, it gave me focus, and it gave people an awesome illustration of how AI can be used in a way that people just never thought of before. And it was really a great moment. And Kai was like shocked by it. Everybody else was shocked by it, and people were recording it. It was one of those like really cool moments for me, and I was glad I was able to do something crazy like that. So you can use ChatGPT to do some really amazing things. Think of it as like a conversation partner, not a search engine. Think of it, it's being used by people all over the world. Students use it, marketers use it, coders use it, CEOs use it to write, to think, to plan, to build. And only a small percentage of people even know how to use it strategically. And most people use it like a toy, but smart people use it like a team, and they use it like a coach. They use it more than you probably can think it can be used for. And again, this is just me. I know there's a lot of other products out there. I see Scott saying use Manus. That's another great platform. But there's so many platforms out there, you guys. You got to choose the platform you love and just go with it until you find something better or you do something better. So I use ChatGPT to do some crazy things. And now with that 4.0 model, the Omni model, you can make graphics for you guys. It can make stuff for you like as high resolution stuff. So I'm going to show you what I'm making with my AI. So we're making these fun, you in a box things like action figures. I made an action figure for my friend Neil Guess, who's the CEO of the Power Lead System. I made one for my friend Damian Zamora, where he's in a box with his Red Hot Chili Pepper shirt, and he comes out of the box. I might even have a video of that. He comes out of the box and gets in his Jeep and drives away. The AI Automation Academy graphic you see here, with the blue and the yellow, that was made by ChatGPT just by typing a prompt. And then I can also turn myself into a Funko Pop. So I made myself, took a picture of myself with my Vikings hat on, and AI put me as a Funko Pop vinyl figure in a box. Now, why would I do that? Why would I use these graphics? Because it's a pattern interrupt. It's something that people are scrolling through their scroll, and all of a sudden they see something that stands out. Now, everyone was doing these you in a box, action figures and figurines in a box, but then I found a way to plus that and make it even better. I'll show you some examples of how we actually took the person in the packaging and had them break out of the packaging. And you guys will see some of the examples of that here in a second. You can use ChatGPT to do like, Pixar animation, comic strips. And so you can see I got like a comic strip version of me, talking to someone on the Zoom call or whatever. There's the picture of me in the middle there where I just prompted it to say, hey, I want surfing pictures on the back wall. I want you to put a picture of me at a computer with my motorcycles on the bookshelf, have a bookshelf, have a window with a beach in the background, blue sky, see the ocean, and then I just uploaded a picture of me. That's all I did was I uploaded a picture of me, and it made this Pixar style image of me sitting at my desk working in an environment that totally looks kind of like the environment that I'm in my office now, but like a lot cleaner and a lot more cooler, right? So I could then take that picture and I could upload it to a video maker and I could animate it. I could have that picture talking Jeff in that format, like start talking to people, and the lips will move and match my voice. And then this thing you see, capture, nurture, close. I had a napkin. I took a picture of a napkin, and on the napkin, I just wrote the word capture, nurture, close. That's all I did. It was literally a napkin that I wrote with a pen, capture, nurture, close. And I took a picture of it. Then I uploaded that picture of the napkin to ChatGPT, and I said, create an infographic using these three things. And this is the infographic it created. It actually put these sub headlines underneath it. I didn't even have to tell it to do that, and it did it automatically. So that's really awesome what you can do with that. You can now just give ChatGPT ideas, and it creates amazing infographics for you. So here's some things I'm going to show you guys here. Let's see if I can get. Let's see. These are going to be videos. I think these are just okay. There's three of them. So 3 videos. Now I know the screens are showing black right now, so sometimes when I'm showing a video on my computer, it has a black screen and it doesn't like fill in right away. So I have to let it play for a second, and then I'll play it again. And the second time I play it, it should be clean. Okay, so this is me in a box, right? So this is me in a box, and then I used a software called Kling, Kling, Kling.ai, and I used it to upload a picture of me in a box, and then I tell it to take me out of the box and do something. So this is what I'm doing in the box. I'm just sitting there, all smiley, happy, but then I get all like, like WWE wrestler coming out at people. Um, Watch. There's no audio there. So that's a showstopper. That's a scroll stopper. That I could go put some song behind that. I could put a voiceover behind that and have me walking out of the screen and saying something to people to do something, right? Here's another one over here. Let's see what this one. This one is one of the students that's in my academy already. So her husband's name is Rich. He loves to play guitar and play like Van Halen. So she made in the exercise she made this picture of Rich, her husband, in a box playing guitar. Then I was like, "You want to see Rich come to life and walk out of the packaging playing the guitar?" She's like, "Yeah." So this is what that looks like. That's a showstopper, you guys. That stops people on their scroll. And some of the people in my class are doing this with like ophthalmologists, people who work on glasses. There's there are really creative ways to put like the name of the business, a chiropractor or a massage therapist, and have them walk out of the box and then illustrate something about their service that makes people want to maybe hire them. Okay, and then this is the newest run. Third thing we talked. Everyone's really going crazy about this one right now. Let me see if I can just get it to there. It is. Get it to render out. Let's get this to go back. The third thing we talked about is SMS, and this is probably the number one channel. So this is a craze that's so viral right now. The baby podcast craze is insanely popular right now across everywhere. You see these baby characters being, de-aged to a baby and put into podcast, or they've taken like the Friends characters and put them into babies. Everyone is loving it. Everything baby podcast, any kind of baby stuff is going super viral right now. And it's going to be one of the things we dedicate one of our learning modules to in our course is how to create your own baby version of something, baby podcast or a baby character, and use it to get attention, use it to get views. Because the people who are doing those are getting hundreds, if not millions, of views on their videos. It's such active engagement, and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok reward creators who have viral content. They actually pay you money if you can create really good viral content that gets millions upon millions of views. And these baby podcasts right now, they're doing it. They're getting people exposure and they're getting people paid. It's a great way to make a little money action by just making some fun. This is me actually as a baby, if you didn't notice that. And my friend Brian made that for me. But we'll show you in the class and a later module how to create your own baby podcasts. Other things I did is I create graphics. With like this is another Funko Pop version of me, little gangster version, little rap artist. Got the microphone, got my phone, got my gold chain. But anyway, I just did a prompt inside of ChatGPT, and it created this cool little version of me. I could turn this, upload it to a video, and have the mouth start moving and talking, and I could use it as a character to talk, or I could just pattern interrupt people and have a picture of me that like, wow, that's a picture of Jeff. Cool, looks awesome. So now another thing I use AI for is to create music, and so I'm using AI to make and write lyrics, and then I use AI to come up with the song concepts. I give it a bunch of ideas. I give it a title. If I already have a title in mind, I'll give the AI a title of the song, and I'll feed it with a bunch of ChatGPT, like with a bunch of like verse themes. Nothing's rhyming yet. Nothing like makes sense, but just themes of what that song is about. And then once I give it themes, it actually writes the lyrics. I've taught my GPT how to write songs like verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, solo, chorus, and then ending. And I have these different patterns I use to model what other song patterns are happening in the world right now. And we write these lyrics. And then I go over to Suno, which is a free service where I paste those lyrics into the system, and I have the AI do the music, the instruments, and the voice and create music for me. So what I'm going to do is play you a couple samples of some of the music I created lately. I'm going to play for you guys the top thing right here. This is my favorite song and my best song. It's called Life Hits You Hard. So I hit back harder. So the name of the song is called Hit Back Harder. It's just like a song about grinding and going out there and doing your best and just trying to be the successful entrepreneur you can be, and the daily grind and all the things you're fighting against to get where you want to go, and just never giving up. Life hits you hard, but you hit back harder. I'm just going to play like a minute of the song so you guys get the gist of it. But this song could be easily played on the radio. It is that good. Check this out. Same old dream, same old fight. Life hits me hard, but I hit back harder. Alarm clock screaming, another long day. Coffee and hope just to push through the gray. Clock in, head down, play their game. Trading my dreams for others' pockets, their gain. Rent's overdue and the fridge is empty, but there's a lot of fights still left in me. Crack my knuckles, lace my shoes. One more day, I'm not going to lose. Worn down, but I'm not dead. Beat up, there's life in me, but I don't get softer. Life hits me hard, but I hit back harder. Every day I grow stronger. Every tear, every scar makes me harder. Every fall, every hit feeds my hunger. Life hits me hard, but I hit back harder. All right, so that's some good stuff right there. So that's one of my favorite songs that we've written recently that turned out just excellent in every single way. The lyrics are clear, the instrumentation is clear. Sometimes when you do AI music, not everything comes out perfect the first time, and you got to spin it again and cook it again and bake it again, sometimes several times before the hit song comes out of it, which is okay. It takes a little bit of finessing sometimes, but then if you just be patient, the AI creates a masterpiece. So I use AI to get attention. So I use AI music to reach out to people on LinkedIn that I want to meet and talk to and have a conversation with. And the best way to get their attention is to send them a song about them. So I use ChatGPT to come up and write a song about them. And then I send that song to them inside the messenger inside of LinkedIn. And then I get an immediate response when people hear it. So I wrote this song for one of my friends named Max to get his attention. To digital seas, he cracked the code with scripts and ease. Now he's captain in a crew of kings, building empires from DMs and pings. Sail and scale with the Max method, wave by wave, yeah, he said it. 4 steps deep, building dreams so wide. He's charting leads like a rising tide. All right, so that's what I did. And as soon as I sent that message to Max, he was just like talking to me. He's like, I'm like, what do you think about that song? He's like, I'm speechless. I've never had anyone send a song about me that exactly explains what I do as a business person. And I'm going to use this in my I'm going to use this in my videos as intros and outros, and play this song. I found out he was a boater. He lives in Miami. He's been like in sailboats since he was 13 years old. And I made the style of music called yacht rock. It's kind of the genre of that song, and it has a lot of analogies to sailing in the song, so it really speaks to him. And I'm going to teach everybody in the course how to do this. I'm going to teach you how to reach out to people, find out about them, make a song about them, send them a song. You guys, this takes literally 3 minutes to do, and the AI spits out a great list song, and then send it to people, and then get their attention. Make some big appointments with the big dogs that you want to meet with, and they're going to give you their attention when they hear a song about them. People, it's always about what's in it for me, and they hear this music about themselves, and now they're going to give you their time. Lastly, I'll just play real quick a song that I wrote for the theme song for Smart AI, and this is another fun song that me and the AI did about our company.
Woke up late, inboxes packed, phones blowing up. There's no way back. Missed 5 calls while grabbing my Joe. Clients on my case, but I'm way too slow. Chasing leads while I'm stuck in a spin. Too many calls and I can't get them in. But hey, what's that? There's a smarter way. Smart AI's here to save the day. I suck and follow up, I can't deny. Leads slipping through while I barely try. But now I've got smart AI on my side. Leads getting booked, yeah, it's on overdrive.
All right, so that's some fun stuff about music. I hope you guys enjoyed some of those songs, some of those ideas. So when I'm using ChatGPT and I'm asking it to do stuff, I'm in a creative mode, and we're going back and forth. Here's some tips I'm going to give you guys. Always ask your GPT, whatever platform you're using, hey, is this the best you can do? You'll be surprised. The first time the GPT gives you an answer and spits something back at you, it might look good to you on the surface. It might look like it did the assignment like you gave it and the task you gave it and the prompt you gave it. But if I always come back and say, hey, is this the best work you can do? Is this weak or is this great? Or is this Hall of Fame material? It always comes back to me and says, you know what? I could definitely do a better job. I could probably make this even better. I'm like, make it better. So I go 3 or 4 rounds deep. I'll say, nope, do it better. Nope, this is not the best you can do. Do it better. So I push my GPT to give me the best. You should do the same thing. Never be satisfied with the first version you get when you have it create stuff for you. Ask it, is this the best you can do? Is this Hall of Fame material? And it's always going to go back and redo it and just make it even better. And that's just a great way to make sure your GPTs are producing for you. When people give a weak prompt, they're going to get a weak response back. What's a good subject line for an email? That's so ambiguous. That doesn't give the GPT any direction for a great subject line for an email. So, when you say don't miss out on this great webinar or this great offer, becomes 7 ways AI Automation Academy can save you time and increase your revenue. So you want to really, push your GPT with strong prompts that are using good copywriting to get the attention you want, so that your emails get open, your social posts get seen, and more people get clicking, more leads generated for you, more sales for you. Give me 10 angles for my offer. You can ask your AI agent, give me 10 angles for how this offer can help dentists. Give me 10 angles for how this product can help people doing home improvement. Give me 5 angles for an objection to my offer. Give me 5 objections that people would give me to not buy my offer. Now give me 5 overcoming objections to overcome those 5 objections. And your AI will say, okay, here's what the 5 objections are going to be. And when those 5 objections come, no time, no money, no need, no hurry, whatever they are, here's how to overcome the time. Here's how to overcome the money. And this is what to say to get people to say yes to buying your product, whether you're doing it as a sales call or it's sales copy on your website. Some other really cool prompts you can do is act like a buyer. And what did I miss? If you're going to be a buyer and buy my product, what am I missing that you need to know before you're going to feel really good about buying this product? What's missing in my sales letter? What's missing in my copy? Tell me what I can do to make this better. Okay. Ask your GPT to improve the stuff you've already created and make it better. Hey, role play as my marketing coach. That's another prompt you can use. Role play as my marketing coach and teach me how to do some posts on TikTok. Teach me how to do some really good Facebook posts on Facebook or on LinkedIn. Be my marketing coach and walk me through step by step how to create a plan for the next 30 days. Okay, so ask ChatGPT to be your business partner and your strategic partner. Hey, strategize what's the best way to get free leads. How can I get free leads? Build me the roadmap. Write the sales letter. Outline the hooks and headlines. Write in the style of Dan Kennedy, Frank Kern, David Ogilvy. Okay, ChatGPT can write some of the best copy because it has all the training, the best copywriters in the world. You shouldn't be writing weak copy when you tap into the prompts and the styles of some of the copywriters that have made gazillions of dollars with persuasive sales copy that gets people excited, emotional, logical, and they buy with emotion, right? And they justify with logic. So ask your GPT to write in the style of a certain copywriter you like that's very successful, and you'll get some amazing copy. Okay. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys in terms of some of the outlines and outlays. I wanted to introduce you guys to the AI Automation Academy. And I want to kind of surf around a little bit and show you guys what's going on behind the scenes with the Academy, because there's some really incredible things happening in our group. And I'm going to go to a Facebook page here. Let's see if I go to Facebook. Let's see. And I'm going to show you like where we've got the AI Automation Academy here. All right, so I'm going to just share that screen with you guys. Yeah, it's sharing right now. Okay, got it. So this is the course, AI Automation Academy, and you see over here we've got our files, and we got all of our replay links. Every class we do has a student workbook that people follow along, and I have a bunch of bonuses I'm going to go through with you guys. That I put the bonuses in here that are really like, these bonuses are so powerful. If you ignore these bonuses, you're just missing out on some amazing stuff. But look what the students in the course are creating. So I posted this yesterday. And here's the prompt I use. I'm posting the prompts I'm using to create stylized, certain kind of stylized videos of Tiger Woods when he first started golf and then where he's at today. So it's a little bit aged. He doesn't look so different. He doesn't have much of a transformation, but you could put different characters in there and use that prompt and do like side-by-side comparisons with people. This is one of my students, John. He created this infographic just using ChatGPT. And here's Anne. She did this one with her dog breaking out of the box with his chew toy, his alligator chew toy. The Rob did this Minecraft version of him and his kid. That's pretty cool. Like, isn't that amazing? AI built this in 10 seconds. And this one Edwina did with pictures of her nephew at the beach, her niece and nephew at the beach, and they loved it when they saw that picture of themselves and like this and Pixar style. They thought that was amazing. And then you can do comic strips, and then you can do this is done by Lynn. Like, all of a sudden people started having fun. People who were in the class started having so much fun with all the content. I made this image with a chat prompt, and I give the prompt here of exactly, this is the prompt I used to create that image. AI made this image of this beautiful girl at sunset in beach outfit next to her Westphalia VW bus, and you would never know this is AI. Like if you look at this photo, there's just no way you'd ever think that was AI made. You'd think some photographer took that, but it took me 10 seconds to make that photo. I could use it in all kind of marketing, or I could go find a jumper like that and sell it on social media and make money selling jumpers like that. So, this is another fun image I made of me. Get the goal is to get the show stop. Stop the scroll, get them to look, pay attention for a few seconds more. So I made this prompt with me on top of the smart AI fuel cells that are fueled by AI, and then there's a fuel cell in the back about to explode. So it's just something that stops people in their scroll. That's all we're trying to do. More Minecraft. Here's another one from Edwina, or is this someone else? So yeah, Edwina did this one coming out of the box. I love John. Check this one out, you guys. Imagine if you were, a karate studio, or you had a dojo and you wanted to recruit students to come take lessons with you. And this is the ad you use for your lessons. And that's what they saw. You can get paid money to build these for local businesses and charge them $97 to make these graphics, $197 to make these graphics for them, and then use it on social media and paid ads to get people to sign up for stuff. There's another one. Here's another graphic, like a comic strip graphic. So I mean, this is great. Like I love seeing application. Here's the one I made for my friend Damien. He walks out of the package, and then his dune buggy rolls up backwards, and he just hops in, gives a thumbs up, and he's ready to go. Really cool stuff, you guys. So I mean, these are the kind of stuff that we share in our group. People are making logos. Here's Francis. Look at this. She comes out of the box. She looks completely like herself, completely human. AI made that, and she learned how to do it with my class. That's a showstopper, you guys. That gets people's attention, right? Look at this one. That's the optometrist. You put that on social media and say, "Hey, come and get your eyes checked. Are your glasses getting old and blurry, and your vision's changing? Come in and see us. We're just down the street. We'll help you get new glasses, new contacts, and upgrade your prescription." They're going to get sales when they see stuff like this. Coach Ace. Look at this one. This is one of my favorites from Rob. So imagine that you're like an urban hiker, and you people come to New York City, or they come to somewhere, and they hire tourist guides to take them around to walk around the city. And this is your ad you use for, hey, let's go for a stroll in the woods around the city. I'll take you on a trip, you and your group, and then you show them the urban area you're going to be hiking in. AI made that 100%. He just had ChatGPT make the box, and then he used Kling to animate it, and it made an incredible walkout video. So those are some of the things you guys are going to learn when you get started in the course, and I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. So here's what you're going to get. So the course is broken down into 12 modules. We do the modules once a month. So the way we do it is we do a course on a Saturday at noon and Pacific time, and it kind of varies each month what Saturday we do it based on what my schedule looks like and what I'm doing. And if you can't make the class live, which I actually expect everybody to make the class live, but if you can't make the class live, then you can watch the replays of the recordings, and you can still get all the value out of it. But I'm going to share with you why what I'm doing is so powerful, because people are actually doing the work with a certain learning method that I'm going to introduce to you guys. That is the most powerful learning method I've ever discovered. And you're going to see how that's going to make you a better person when you use this learning method when you come to the live classes with me. So basically what I'm doing here is, I'm giving you 12 different sessions, one a month. So we're not cramming 12 sessions in 12 weeks. We're not overwhelming you with content right away. We're just slow playing it, dripping it to you every single month. You come in, you get content, you learn, you apply it, and then the next month look forward to the next thing. So the first lesson is called You in a Box, where I'm going to teach you how to use ChatGPT to make those graphics I showed you, a lot of those graphics I demoed for you today. And you'll learn how to make your own action figure, Pixar character, Funko Pop, you as a, in the box. And we'll show you how to animate yourself coming out of the box in a way that makes sense for you or for a client, so you can use that to make money. Then we're going to do in June, we're going to do AI music for business. We're going to show you how to create songs or write songs with ChatGPT and Suno, to build a brand, to create like podcast intros, to start conversations, open doors for conversations with music, and land deals, all kinds of ways you can use music in your marketing for like your own theme song for your brand that you can play before video starts and when a video ends. And you don't have to go hire somebody at Fiverr to make these awesome music for you. You can just do it literally in 10 seconds. AI will make a song in 10 seconds that sounds like all those 3 songs I played for you. It's that good in 10 seconds. Okay. We're going to do another class called the AI Podcast Factory. We're going to show you how to take ChatGPT and a service called Notebook LM and turn it into a podcast machine making podcasts. I'm even going to show you guys how I made a podcast completely out of AI, put video on it, voices on it, music on it, an announcer on it, and I created a video podcast that's 100%. Everything in that podcast is all AI, and all I did was just kind of edit the video together. And I'll show you guys in that class how I did that, so you can do the same thing and make really cool podcast videos you can publish that go on the YouTube sites and the social sites that get views. We're also going to do a session on inbound AI assistants. I'm going to teach you guys how to create phone agents that can answer your own phone for you. So you can have people calling your phone number, and instead of them getting you and talking to you, they'll talk to your AI agent, your inbound AI agent, who will answer those calls, give them information about your business, and help you out. So let me demonstrate that for you guys. I'm going to call my AI agent. So her name's Chrissy. And I'm going to see if I can find her on my contacts. Yeah, here she is.
Hey, thanks for calling. My name is Chrissy at Smart AI. Whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Hey, Chrissy. My name is Joseph.
Nice to meet you, Joseph. So, how can I help you today?
Hey, I saw something about you guys make AI agents for SMS. I want to know how I can use SMS for my dental business.
That sounds interesting. To tailor this specifically to your business needs, could you tell me a bit more about what your dental practice does and how it helps your patients?
Yeah, we're mostly like implants. We do full mouth replacements, and we're kind of expensive, like $30,000-$40,000 to do that. But we just want to do an introduction, find out if people have a need for us, if they can afford us, and then have the AI book an appointment on our calendar. Is that something you guys can do?
Absolutely. A conversational AI can be a great fit for your dental business. Here's how it can help. 1. Initial engagement. The AI can start conversations with potential leads via SMS asking about their dental needs and preferences. 2. Qualifying leads. It can qualify leads by asking questions about their current dental situation. And
So that's an AI assistant. That's AI on the phone answering calls on your behalf. And then if someone on that call says, you know what, can I talk to someone live? I could have asked Chrissy, hey, can you transfer me to someone I can talk to live? She would transfer them right to me, and my phone would ring, and I could take that call, and I could do a sales call, or I could have it go to a sales team that could take that call. And it's just an instant live transfer. But the cool thing about what Chrissy does is Chrissy also books people to my calendar. So she conversationally over the phone will talk to people, and then she'll say, you know what, this sounds like a great thing. Let's get you on a call to talk about your dental practice with our smart CEO, Jeff Mills, and have him jump on a call with you and give you some practical applications of how our AI can help your dental implant business get more sales. And this kind of stuff, you guys, is really, really cool. And so you want to make sure you're really paying attention and using what's coming in technology, you guys, because if you're not using this stuff, you need to be using AI inbound agents. It's because we know that 60% of calls go missed, but they never get missed when AI is answering the phone for you. All right. So we're going to talk about copy paste conversion GPTs. Use plug and play swipe prompts to write emails, text content, follow-ups, landing pages, auto launch agents that build an entire campaign for you, post, SMS, video sales letters, scripts, calendars, one prompt, one product, how to just use one prompt to create this massive product, a course, an ebook, just one single idea can turn into a lead magnet and all these things in under an hour. We're going to talk about the AI sales strategy and offer mapping, how to use GPT to be your strategic designer, to help you learn how to price your offer, create an irresistible offer that sell itself. Faceless video and voice AI, that's going to be the session we talk about creating the baby podcasts and how to like clone yourself or turn yourself into a video that you can use over and over again. Maybe one day you don't look good, you have a big zit in your nose, or you didn't put your makeup on, or you just didn't feel like your full self that day, but you needed to get some content out. Well, why not take your best version of you, clone it, turn it into an AI avatar, and have it go out there and speak for you? I do it all the time, where I use my AI avatar just to go out there and program it. It can use my voice and talk to people. As a matter of fact, if you go, yeah, I don't have time to show you guys, but it's pretty cool. I'm using AI avatars all the time. So this faceless video and voice is going to be a great class to show you how to use baby podcasts and avatars to sell stuff for you and create income for you. Create and sell your own GPTs. This is really cool. With ChatGPT, you can create custom GPTs that are trained on certain types of skill sets, knowledges, SOPs, a certain way you do things, and you could build that bake it into your GPT, and you use those GPTs over and over again for your own business. But then you can give those to other people and let them use your same GPTs that you're using for your business. And if they're super valuable, you can sell them to people. You can actually sell them to people, and people will use your GPTs to get the same kind of awesome stuff going on that you're getting going on, right? Then you've got cold outreach activation, print on demand. We're going to teach you how to use print on demand, how to have AI make t-shirts, slogans, posters, stickers, mugs, and then get those on printable on demand platforms like the old days with e-commerce, and just do it better, faster, cheaper with AI. So you're going to get basically every session we do together is going to give you a 4-step sequence. So every time we get together each month, it's going to be broken down into four things that happen. This is why you need to be there live in the class training as it happens. We're going to give you the monologue, which is when I teach the concepts. That's just me talking for 45 minutes to an hour about a concept. Then we're going to do the dialogue. That's where we break and we say, okay, what questions do you have about what I just showed you? And everybody discusses that and talks about it, what they learned, what they want, what they got out of it, what questions they have clarity for. And then we break everybody down into an assignment, and it's called a trialogue. And we do a breakout group of 3 people, and we put you into a group of 3, and the 3 of you have an assignment. You work together to apply what you learned in that lesson. So you work together as a team. It's team building exercise. You come up with ideas and strategies together, and then you take 20 minutes to go build something really cool that everyone gets to see. And then you go back and you share that in the last step and show and tell. You share that with the group, and the group gets to see what you guys created and celebrate your awesome work. And we did that in our first session, where people got to celebrate all the boxes, Unibox stuff that people made. It was really exciting. So then we have, your new superpowers. So when you go out there and you have this AI business working for you, you're going to be able to create content in minutes, not hours, without sounding like a robot. You turn one idea into a full product, a funnel, or a campaign using a GPT. You'll write emails, posts, scripts, and offers that actually convert with AI as your co-writer. You'll get ahead of 99% of people who are still asking GPT the wrong questions. You'll launch faster, you'll follow up smarter, and you'll scale without burnout. And you'll finally understand how to talk to AI like a strategist, not a search bar. You'll learn how to never stare at a blank screen again with like you just don't have an idea to throw into ChatGPT. You'll always know what you can create next with ChatGPT. You'll use AI to get leads, close deals, and build trust without sounding pushy or fake. You'll learn the prompts, the tools, and workflows that I use to run my business. And I'm going to give you my best GPTs that you can use for your business. You'll walk away every month with tools, with scripts, content, and systems you can use that same day right away and start applying this information in your business. You can have my permission to sell these tools to other people. You have my permission to create courses based on what you learn from me and take it and reteach it to other people, or package it in the new packages you can put out there to other people and sell on your own as your own creation. Just don't steal my stuff and say it's yours. Give credit where credit's due. I always tell people we all get milk from the same cow. Just churn your own butter. Okay. You can create marketing agencies. You can use these things I teach you to deliver images, videos, music to other businesses and get paid money to do this. You'll make a lot of money doing this. The goal here is stop the scroll, get more attention, which leads to engagement, which leads to leads, then which leads to sales. So the bonus number one, when you guys get started with me today, is that you're going to get my GPT prompt vault. You're going to get the superpower copywriting skills that come with my GPT using the SPARK method. And SPARK stands for struggle and pain, start where it hurts, show you get their frustration, then push back on objections, break resistance before it breaks the sale. A stands for advantage and benefit. Sell the after, not the tool. R stands for results and proof. Back it up with receipts, real people, real wins. And the K stands for kickers and hooks. Snap attention, trigger curiosity, open loop. So my copywriter is so powerful, it'll change the way people react to your copy. And you'll start getting way more eyeballs looking at your sales letters and your posts and your emails and taking action because of this unique framework that we built into the copywriter. So I have GPTs that create custom avatars that you can use. We have avatar GPTs that write webinars. We have GPTs that create video sales letter scripts for you. We have GPTs that give you content for your sales letters, like the inner child, inner critic. It's so great, you guys. These things do it fast, accurate. They're ready to deploy. They're battle tested. They work awesome. And in one of the modules in our training month, we're going to break down all these GPTs I made and show you how they all work together. So you can use them, do this first, and then go to this GPT second, and then enter what you got into that GPT, and then go to the next GPT, enter what you got into that one, and then take all that information you got, enter it into the copywriter, and give the copywriter all the content, and watch the copywriter magically create the best sales copy you've ever seen. So that's bonus number one. Bonus number two, we're going to give you 50 copy and paste prompt swipe files. How to write emails, sound like a human, not a robot, proven phrasing that get clicks, replies, conversions, plug and play for social media, emails, DMs. Great for beginners who don't know what to say. Use these things over and over again for any niche, any campaign. Bonus number three, I've created a document. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's going to be uploaded soon. That's going to show you how to create your own virtual event using AI, and how you can get ideas for speakers and content, how to run your own virtual event like I'm doing right now as a webinar. But if you want to do like a whole day, a workshop, how would you do that? How would you invite speakers to be guests? What software do you use? How do you plan it? How do you do the sales letter? How do you do the shopping cart? It's a full planning, virtual event creator manual that shows you how to do your own virtual event and make money, or build a list and get leads, and how to get speakers to promote that event if they're going to be your special guest. Everyone wants to know how to do this. They just don't know how to do it. So I'm giving you the step-by-step tools in this virtual event planner that's going to change your business. Bonus number four, the 50 best AI tools that you can use that are either free or under $20, and why you should use them. There's a lot of tools in there that show you how to do everything that you need to do with AI. There's probably less tools that you probably need, but I give you the best, and I give you choices, and you can find out what you like and what works for you. And then lastly, the bonus number five is a creator grade weaponized toolkit for scroll stopping, sales driving, relatable as hell content hooks. So we're going to give you 35 Spark infused, that's my framework, Spark infused UGC hooks, user generated content hooks, 15 complete scroll stopping video scripts. We're going to cover multiple niches. It's all built in the Spark framework for maximum conversion. Includes, how to get calls to actions, captions, hashtags, story prompts, optimize these, social media content for TikTok, Reels, Shorts, paid ads. It's perfect for people who are founders, creators, and user-generated content pros and beginners. So all you guys have to do to get started today is we got a new member special offer. And what I'm doing is I'm giving you a discount. So if anyone would like to get started with me, I charge $99 a month to be a part of the Social Profit Academy, but the AI Automation Academy is two prices. You can do $99 a month and stay as a member for each month for $99, and you get access every single month live and all the replays and all the every lesson we do has a workbook that everyone gets to take home with them and use to apply what I was showing them. And you just stay a monthly member. You pay $99 a month, and you get some of the best training and best tools that are going to make your $99 a month feel like child's play. Like you're stealing from me because you're getting so much value from what I'm teaching you guys. But if you want to save $700 over the course of a year, so if you were to pay $99 a month, you'd be paying just under $1,200 for the whole year. So I'm giving you a ridiculous $700 discount, where if you just want to pay a one-time fee of $499, you can get the whole month or the whole year's membership and save roughly almost $700. It's not quite 700, it's just a little bit less than 700 bucks. So for $499, you can save a ton of money if you want to save some money and get all this content for the year. So you go to smart.ai/AAA offer. That's the website to go to. That's going to get you started. That's where you can go to the shopping cart. You can make your purchase, put in your credit card on our secure encrypted server. Your purchase is completely safe and you won't have any problems, you guys. It's going to be all the way to the end. It's going to be a fabulous transaction for you. Once you join and pay, you'll be sent immediately a couple emails, a receipt email, a welcome email, and a username and password email to log into the special members area that I've created for everybody joining through me. And we're going to give you, 12 months of killer content, those 5 killer bonus packages, and soon we're going to be offering an affiliate program where you can actually promote this as an affiliate, and you can go out there and get people to buy through a recorded version of this webinar, and you guys can make a commission on the deal. Like, hey, I know people like to make commissions, and so people want to make. I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing commissions at. I believe we're going to do $35, I think $40 a month on the $99 package. You make a $40 commission every single month. And then also on the $499 package, you'll make a $200 commission on every one of those sales. So if you have a big list and you have a group that loves to jump on webinars, hit me up. I'll do a webinar with you guys to your list, and we'll get people set up in there so we can have a webinar together and make some money together as a joint venture. So that's the presentation for you guys today. I would encourage everybody to go to smart.ai/AAA offer and go ahead and choose the membership program that's going to make most sense for you financially and get started. We're going to do our next session in June, sometime in the middle of June. So as of this recording, it's the end of May. So in June, we'll have another session, and we'll just do one session a month for 12 months. And I've committed to do this for 2 years. So I'm going to be creating a year's worth of content this year, which you saw mapped out. And then next year, we're going to do another year of content with all the updates and everything new, because everything changes at AI so fast, right? And so there always needs to be updates. And so we'll do another version of that a year from now, and it'll have new content and stuff in there as well. So I guess that's kind of it. I just wanted to say, thanks to everybody for jumping on. I see there's a lot of questions in the comments box that I wasn't really ignoring, but I didn't have it in my screen in front of me, so I'm sorry. So let's see. Ernest says, you can also ask GPT-4 to embed NLP triggers into your copy, whether it's text. Yep. You can use all kinds of frameworks with NLP to make your copy stand out. can you create a cameo type endorsement video that looks close to like a celebrity? There's some rules on rules on probably not wanting to do that. You probably don't want to do like, you don't want to create celebrity endorsements that are not actually from celebrities. That could get you in trouble. I know a lot of people are doing it, making like parody. You can do it for parody reasons. Parody is okay, but you got that's a thin line you're walking. If you're going to take someone else's face and make money from that without their permission, that could come back to bite you. You can go and create content like I showed you with these, and I had the image of Tiger Woods, for example. Let me show you guys like how easy it is to take that. I can just take this prompt, copy it, go to ChatGPT. I can paste in the prompt. I can change the name from Tiger Woods to Barack Obama. And then I can go over here and pick young, college age. And all I'm doing is just changing some words. I'll take the outfit off. I'm gonna say it's really so like plug and play, That's it. I got it done. Now I just hit create. So I'm using Chat GPT 4.0, which stands for Omni, which does video, audio, and photos. So this usually takes about 30 seconds. You'll see it build it in real time. So a little before, after. These are just interesting pictures. They're just something that's interesting. Obviously we're trying to do things that are used for marketing purposes and marketing reasons, and that's really what we're geared for. But sometimes it's just fun to create stuff, and post stuff. Yeah, copyright infringement is what Ernest says. You got to be careful of copyright infringement, and you don't want to copy anyone's stuff. You don't have permission to copy. Any other questions before we wrap it up here? Let me put the link back up on the screen for you guys. You want to go to this page here. You want to go to smartai.ai, smart.ai. Make sure you have the I in the middle of smart. So smairt.ai/AAA offer. And go ahead and go in there and get your membership started. We'd love to have you become a member of our academy. Let's see. Another question I have in here is, can you make a 4.0 use Barack voice in the video? Yeah, you could do that. You could actually take the image I made of Barack. I could just say, so I'm not going to do a split screen. Just create a photorealistic image of Barack Obama. And I don't think it'll let you do one of like Donald Trump, because it's like they don't want like presidents, not on this platform, but there's other platforms you can do like spicy content, if you know what I'm talking about, where there's no limitations. Skirt the rules of some of the platforms. You can see a couple eye hole. There he is. So I could take that image that we just made of Barack Obama, and I could upload that to like Kling.ai, and I could make him talk, and his mouth would move. I could upload it to some of the other platforms like Hedra, Hedra, and I can make his mouth move and he could talk, and then I could go find a Barack Obama audio of him saying something, like an MP3 of him giving a speech or saying something, upload that MP3, and he'd be completely animated, talking like he normally talks. This is how you create faceless videos. And like I said, we're going to do a whole class dedicated to how to make your own faceless videos. And you can also, make them talk with your own script. Yes, you can use your own scripts, and then you got to go use a voice cloner, and you clone Barack Obama's voice, and then you can write the script and have them say a custom script for you as well. So yeah, this is the new world, you guys. This is the new world we live in, where AI is unstoppable and can do just about everything, and you're becoming super dangerous, bending AI to your will, so that you can create and do things that no one else out there is already doing. So smart AI, smart.ai/AAA offer. Go there and get your membership. We're on a path to 1,000 members. We want to have 1,000 members in my membership. That's my goal, to have 1,000 people paying $99 a month by the end of this year. I need people to do webinars with me. I need joint venture partners that want to, introduce me to their amazing people who need this kind of training and content. And we love to, share my content with your list and your people, so they can get the benefit of something like this as well. It's just really powerful stuff, you guys. So once again, smart AI/AAA offer. Any other questions? Let me know. I'm gonna hang out here for like another 30 seconds. Ernest says soon it's going to be hard to tell the difference between AI and the real stuff, and that's the absolute truth right there, you guys. This stuff is getting so good. And the stuff I saw Google just come out with last week with their Google I/O conference, they have a video platform called VEO 3 that is absolutely turning heads with its video creation and the way you can prompt video creation to make feature films. It's very expensive. It costs $250 a month for VEO. But for people who are can afford it, and people who are really into filmmaking and creating videos, it's still cheaper than paying a video production company a couple $1,000 to make a video for you, and all the people that are involved in making a movie or a short film or a short video for you. It's a whole production, right? There's a script writer, there's a microphone guy, there's a videographer, there's a director, there's actors, like tons of people that need to get paid to make a really cool video. Well, now you can be the director virtually, and you can direct your own video virtually, and you could show people in this video. You can make this video be like a 3 or 4 minute movie that tells a compelling story, and it's really, really, really cool. And so where we're heading, you guys, in the future, you're gonna either get left behind, or you're gonna have to stay and get caught up. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you guys stay caught up. I'm going to help you guys stay thirsty. I'm going to help you guys stay fresh. I'm going to help you guys stay relevant. I'm going to help you guys make money with these ideas and find clients that want to pay you to buy these kind of services from you. So you're going to make your investment back, hopefully tenfold, with this course and this information. And again, if it's not for you and you start going through the content, and then after a while, you don't like it, hey, no problem. Just let us know. Terminate your subscription. And you just won't have access to the content anymore, but you don't have to keep paying for something you don't like. But we know that every single one of our lessons is going to be life-changing, earth-shattering. It's going to move mountains. It's going to make you invincible. It's going to give you superpowers, so that AI as your partner becomes your way of life. You become a better person because of it, because you're going to understand what works instead of just guessing, always wondering how people are doing this. Now you can start doing it. Now you can be like the cool kids and the kids making money. Okay. All right, cool. So I guess that's it. No other questions coming through. I'll say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for jumping on board. Jeff Mills here. Thanks for watching the webinar, everybody. We'll make sure to get a replay out to everybody who missed it. And we appreciate everyone chiming in, listening, and wish you good vibes, everybody. We'll see you on the Success Highway. And we'll probably be doing more of these promotions as we build this membership. We're going to be doing a lot of content to get people involved in this membership. You'll see me on social media. You'll see my AI on social media. creating all kinds of crazy videos. Billy Jean, who's someone I like and someone I admire, and his AI skills, he's doing a promotion that's really cool, and I'm seeing what he's doing, getting inspired, some ideas off that. That's going to help me promote my course as well. So thanks everybody for jumping on. More importantly, take action. Go to this website and get yourself set up. smart.ai/AAA offer, and get your membership chose today so you get in time for the next class, which is going to be starting in June. You already have class number 1, which is Unibox, that you can go into and consume right away and go through that class. It's about an hour and a half of teaching. There's like an hour of teaching, then there's some Q&A, and then we don't record the trialogues because there's no way to record the trialogue sessions. But then when we come back and do show and tell, we record the show and tell reveals and show you what everybody made. So that's lesson 1 already out there, ready to go for you guys. So get started today, everybody. Thanks for watching. Get started right now. Bye-bye.